Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase, our marathon tech price SpaceX Extreme. Sorry for the delay for the last few days. I have actually been working on this mod here, the train controller mod, and we are running on a different release that is now it's now using a subscriber train stop instead of the train subscriber, and that has we do have a couple of O's there, but let's just see if they are legitimate, and it looks like they are legitimate because there's nothing sitting in that train stop. In the process of running around and replacing all of these with train subscriber stops and getting rid of the subscriber function, we have actually completed building the thruster components. We have 50 sitting there just like that. So the first thing we are going to do today is we are going to run... Oh, it looks like we're oversupplying rocket fuel while we speak, so let's just send you away and let's disable some of these things like so, and like so, and like so, and like so, because I don't know what we need, but I don't need this here. Off you go as well. It doesn't look like it's unloading anyway. Okay, let's jump on board this one, head to rocket cargo so that we can launch our another one that doesn't do anything anyway. Launch our cargo and get on with building something else. We will meanwhile send our engineering train to come and meet us. There we go, hashtag silo. Exciting, guys. We've almost finished Faster Than Light Theory A as well. I'm not sure if that is the amount we can get through in an episode. Quite probably not, but yeah, we'll just see. Is this changing at all? Yes, you can see the O's are now processing by themselves. And look how small the list is, but then we are really only doing Faster Than Light Theory A at the moment, I think, so there's not that much going on. Yeah, very paltry numbers, 200k in the green circuits. They must be trying to catch up. Probably because of all the modules we've been building recently. Launching these will not even... well, that's at 12. What's 10 minutes? Yeah, we're doing our 12k science consumption. This did a massive burst at the beginning, and it looks like it slowed down again. So I guess what's it, over an hour? 9.8. Yeah, it will get back to 12. I'm pretty sure, because it will need to for that. Red is building up faster than it's getting depleted, so we should be in fairly good shape to run our command center build, which uses, that's the one, 800 of each of the modules, so it's actually 20,000 of all of them that we need. Ooh. Oh, that's right, we need to tell this over here that fuel cells are okay to launch. That's all we need to do for that. Get ready to be deafened. Let's put that one away and get SpaceX down here. We can leave that one up here if we like. We're not going to need to do shenanigans, I hope. That's basically what the purpose of the change was. That plus making sure the mod runs a little bit more cheaply. So there's the first 8. It's not too many of these launches before everything should be working beautifully. There you can see it, the mod. It should run more efficiently than previously, but it's very hard to say, so it's kind of just over 0.2, I guess. Perhaps it's not peaking as high as 0.39 very much. But I guess the more important one was that this works a little bit more cleanly. How are we doing? There you go. It looks like they're all cycling again now. We should start getting deliveries of all of these products very soon. And we need to keep our eye out for if anything is not working properly. Rocket silos. So these guys should be cycling through very soon. Let's get out of map mode. And this is a ridiculous number of UPS, so I think that's just a function of the factory not doing very much when it really comes down to it. So there's 16. Those rocket silos, unless, because I needed to kind of tell it that these trains were available. It is possible that I didn't up here, so I will, well, it's not picking it up. Silo, RCU. RCU1. RCUW. Which is what all these are called, right? Yeah. We're ready to go again. I'll see if there's actually an issue there or not shortly. It should have better recovery from issues, so we might have to do something with that train. Oh, mind you, it's unlikely to fill up. There's nothing for it to fill up with. So 16. $24. I am a little bit confused as to why you haven't just gone. Well, there you go, you went that time. There is, these are on, like, the ones that wait here are only checked on a timer, they're not checked like all the time, whereas when they turn up, they're checked at that instant. So that sort of explains why you get that kind of behaviour, but I haven't really needed to interfere with those, so I'm guessing it's all okay. And yeah, we're ready for another one. I think it's probably best if I hands off all of that stuff. I'm thinking that it's not so much that there is something inbuilt that clobbers processes that don't run that efficiently, and it's more that I just had corrupted data that was never going to get fixed under the old version, but under the new version, hopefully it's working a whole lot better. Yeah, the UPS is still awesome, but dropping off a little bit at this point. Have we kicked off higher production? No, very anemic numbers. I guess that's what you'd expect. In there. And F5. Just want to keep an eye on this guy. Trains at only 2.8. That's awesome. So, in addition to doing these launches, yes, I guess the other thing that we want to do is basically kick off the command. Building the command that, because of all the modules, it should start taxing the factory again while we're still on relatively cheap research. And I mean, this is the last component that's more than only 25. All the rest of them are just 25 components. So in terms of total number of launches, the final science will have a ton of launches, but the actual components, we're down to what, about 150 launches to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 150 plus this 10, 160 launches all up. And all the SpaceX components will be done, but of course we do have the 8 million research that, well, we've got a 20% bonus in the labs, but it's basically 8,000 launches minus that 20% to get through it. So that'll be a bit of fun. and it is possible that these guys have started to slow slightly. Trying to wait on the fuel. Yeah, the actual thing is, it's always 5 seconds of inactivity. If they're not doing anything, they go away, even if they still have stuff in them. So this one should go away shortly as well. There you go. Speak of the devil. 6 more launches to go. Let's see, 1, 2. So the top lot, it looks like they're stuck, waiting on fuel from the looks of things. Let me just see if there's any hold-ups on fuel. Actually, these guys are sitting in the fuel area. I shouldn't need to do that. It is possible I hadn't done that enough originally, but I guess we'll see. Let's just do that anyway. That will force them on their way. Other components are lined up. We have there must be one right up there. Yes, there is. So these 4 are full, just waiting on their fuel to turn up. That's plastic. There is no fuel there. Let's see, it's mainly, that's the fuel, isn't it? How far away is it? There we go, we've got a train at long last. And there's 2 more on the way. So I may not have needed to do that interference. I just get impatient. So there is there was a fuel there, it's now here, so this one's going to have to cycle one more time to get to the end. This one will take off, we'll have a slightly odd number, we'll be at 49 when all of these and this one have launched. That one cycle one more time, that will be the end of the fuel, and we will set up our command center. Get a little bit of demand back in the factory. And I think that one's ready already. It is, so here we go. Final fuel cell. And even though we're coming down to the last 150 of 1,050 launches for this thing, I'm not sure that we're actually halfway yet. There you go, 50 launches. Whoops, let's get back to this mode. We'll head back up to SpaceX components. We will get our build for command underway. If you remember last time, we actually worked on changing this. As you can see, I haven't finished it all, so I've got a bit of a lollipop shape, or ice cream or something. I will probably go back and fix this up as well, especially while, you know, demand on iron in particular is light. So there's that to do, but I'm not sure how long these command things are going to take. They should be a relatively quick load, or they do use quite a few processing units, which actually is going to be... oh, that's astrometrics. Hang on. Command, there we go. Actually, what does that one? Oh, it only uses speed modules, so that's fine. Yeah, it's not actually that bad. They should load up pretty quickly as long as we can supply it, which we should be able to do. I'm going to leave those two. Hopefully they go away by their own accord. There's oil southwest. There is oil there. Come on, guys. You should work. Is there an oil southwest too in here? And if not, then there's a bug. Oh, crude oil southwest, that's what it's called. There is. So 4378. So one of these trains should be 4378, and neither actually are. So that's why it's not going. Ugh. 14896. Requests. I don't want that, and I don't want that. 14896. So that should work from now on. There you go. Worked by itself. So that's a way to check if it's going to work properly. I don't know what happened there. I might still have a bug. I'm not considering it anything other than an alpha release, or an alpha at this point still, so there is that. Alright, you have an awful lot of stuff in there which I don't want anything to do with. How about we do that? Why do you keep coming here? Oh, that's why. Rocket fuel. I mean, that could be due to the bug that we had in the prior version. I still have that issue. Like I'm inheriting the data from that system. Rocket fuel west wait circuit condition. So, yeah. The bots don't have anywhere to put their stuff, huh? What sort of stuff is it? Low density structures. Low density structures. I might have to put some more of these down. What are you carrying? Rocket fuel. Right. Let us get a replacement assembly machine. We don't know, it won't be able to use that, of course. And we are going to be doing command center. Now, command center uses uses 5 things. I can probably combine the modules though, all into one. Do we use this stuff at all? Yes, we do, so I should have kept that, in fact. Okay, let's keep that at 300. I'm pretty sure we don't use rocket fuel, though. No, we do not. So, I guess the... so it's plastic and modules. This one can be plastic in the amount of 200. How many more of these have we got coming? One, okay. I don't really want you to unload though. Oh, that's why you're coming. Alright. Rocket. So, I mean, there could be up to 500 trains that have a slightly corrupted rocket fuel. Corrupted west. Have a slightly corrupted directive. I can probably... well, there's only one coming here now, but if they have... so that one is also a problem. Let's fix it quickly. It's all from the same stop too, interestingly. It might be because I pushed them all on from there. The rest of them... look okay, I think. Okay, so we need plastic in the amount of 3200, which I think I was putting in here. Yep. And the rest of it is the modules, I think. Plastic, yep. So blue, green, and no, go to there, We don't want to keep unloading this stuff into here. Oh, this is going to cause me an issue. We need to get rid of all of that. We need to keep going. I don't think I actually need rocket fuel in any of the other components that we have outstanding. No, so that is just going to be a little bit wasteful. Oh well, it is what it is. I will change those over to storage chests now though. Okay, so the next thing is modules. Let's make this say whoops, that one. Speed module to the tune of 100 and efficiency module to the tune of 100, and let's make this one productivity module to the tune of 100. Whoops, yeah, it is 100. Okay, good. And we still have fuel. Okay. Rocket fuel. Just get rid of it, guys. Just get rid of it. Now, over here, I think I'll just get them all three modules to line up, which means that we can use... where did my arithmetic... there we go. I'll use 4 combinators and connect the first one up with red. Basically, this will be... We need 20,000 in total, don't we? So it's only really if we're less than 20,000 that we want to train. So we will take each, we will divide by minus 20,000. Oh, that's not going to work. It's always going to be ordering something. We'll make it minus 8,000. Output each. Now you can be blue, green, orange, and you get the signal from this guy. You are set to read stop trains, good. And this will just be +1. We only want one of these trains. And you can output the module signal. If I can find it. There. We better change this to a plus. Output that module symbol, and you also +1 for just one train. Good. And we will need 3 publishers. These are just lamps. These subscribers, that's now a redundant thing altogether. Do you need power? You might do. Just to be sure. And let's go from there to there to there to there to there to there to there, so that they all are covered. There's no trains on the way anywhere. This one can be if the module... Oh, we normally change these to signals, don't I? Alright, let's do that so we don't confuse ourselves later. P, Q, R. So they're all claiming, so we obviously have less than 8,000 of anything. We do have some modules, but it is less than 8,000, so that is correct. So this one is if P is less than trains on the way. No, around the wrong way. If trains on the way is less than P, then we need to order modules. We need to order speed modules, and we now have a train on the way. The next one, I better get off the track because it will probably come and slap me very shortly. If trains on the way is less than Q, we need these guys, and if trains on the way is less than R, we need the productivity. Okay, I'll only order one at a time. This one is probably fine, ordering low density structures. This one, oh, it doesn't have its publisher anymore. Let's give it back a publisher. And you need to be plastics now. Plastic. Plastic, output P, and plastic is, well, I think we can get it from plastic. Let's change all of these. I probably should just change them to these actually. There's no reason to have the filter inserters anymore. That was really only for solar. And that's easier than setting filters. Now the other thing that we need to do is, well, we need to, is that working? No, do we have a plastic? we do. Okay, so there is no plastic. This one, plastic divided by 8K, output plastic. We don't have any plastic coming in. We've got a P. There's no trains on the way. If trains on the way is less than P. There you go, and a train is on the way. Fantastic. Now, this one here is 16K. Oops. This still has... there. Oh, and I need to enable this thing to go. We want it to make command centers in the amount of 25. Whoops. 25. So that should now say do your stuff. And these... oh, those are all... wow. That was rather pointless. I could have used all of those, but never mind. These things now are, instead of that, the command center. And those can just stay as they are. But yeah, I could separate out those two. Might be worthwhile. You can be blue modules. The amount of 100. And it looks like we'll be able to build the very first one in just a moment. We do have issues down here with steel. So what I want to do is... we'll pull... well, I think we will need steel again. But we can use some buffer chests in the meantime to collect up the excess steel that we have. What can we fit in one of these? Yeah, 5,000, something like that. So that should get rid of all the steel. How far off are we? Oh, I might as well, and it's not that it actually needs... oh, I can't actually do it from there. I need to go in here and apply them directly like so. May as well have the speed, not that it really needs it. So what are we light on? We are light on plastic bars, but maybe not for too much longer. Plastic bar. Maybe I can make one of these plastic bars as well. Request plastic bar. That should help it finish off plastic bars. And there you have it. Should only take about 5 seconds to make one. Now these things, they don't need to be requesting fuel cells anymore. They can instead request command centers. And we can make that 5. So we already have 1 on board the train, 24 more to go. How is production doing now? It's still somewhat anemic, but there's not that much we can do until, well, these are starting to kick off. 2 of them anyway. That should increase the activity a little bit. We're up to 200 modules a minute for 2 of the parties. We don't specially need them to do the modules, but they may as well do them now while it's cheap and easy. How are we going? We're down to 23. So actually it's going to make these guys very quickly, quite probably before that even completes. I should be able to leave this to it at this point. Let me just see how our salvage operation over here goes. We have cleared out all of this guy. That's interesting. Why is that going Roboport iron? Oh yeah, that's fine. Not quite sure why that... Oh, it probably hasn't been used for a while, that's all. We don't need our special guy that's coming here anymore, which is this one. The Roboport iron can get deleted. Just go to that one, so nobody's coming here now. We still have steel to deal with. Do I have a steel train that's coming here? I do. I can probably just leave that happening. We need to look at this one up here as well. Green circuits, how many of them do we have? 160k, yes. It would pay us to do something about the green circuits. Tell you what I'm going to do though. Clear that. Tick. Let's keep that blueprint. Oh, and let's put our bots back in. We can now get rid of all of these. Where's that blueprint? There it is. Turn those around, and this will make it a little bit easier to turn all these guys about. Now, oh, I don't have very many requested chests left. I will have to go and replace them. Why am I running up to there to replace them? Not sure. Interestingly enough, these things have moved around quite a lot. These are all requested chests. That's why they have moved, so do that. We then have a few requested chests. It's not that many though. 19. Well, these are probably requesters in here, aren't they? Yes. So we can go around and replace the requested chests in here. Don't build stuff, guys. We have enough shields forever. We don't need more. And I mean, this is another build I could have squished up, but you never know what I was going to need to do with it. Down here as well, we can do the same sort of thing. Yeah, we've kicked off some extra supply, but never mind. I mean, in a way, I'm tempted just to go, well, let's just nuke it and not worry about all this material. But that's kind of bad. Oh. Alright, that'll have to do. Okay, let's tell this to... No, let's not use that. Let's just get a green circuit from probably over here. You can have the extra... Let's work out what the train station's called. CR green. CR green. So you can also go to CR green till inventory full or in activity 5 seconds, and we will put CR green at the top, and notice it went by itself. I didn't have to interfere, so that's good. We don't need these things anymore. We're not serving a purpose. These guys need to be requester chests at this point. And we'll finally just add a request for green circuits in the amount of, say, 200 actually will do. So changing them to those has made it go from telling me it's got 100 and something thousand to it's only got 19,000, but we know that's not quite true. Anyway, that's probably going to have to do us for now. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.